Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, November 5th, and I am sorry that I have not been around very much this week. It's not going to lie, it has not been a very easy week for me. I don't know why, but every time around this time of year, I should say, when the days are getting shorter and it's really cold outside, I go through this slump, and sometimes I stay in it for quite a while, but this year I decided to not, and I spent half an hour just tidying up because our house wasn't gross or anything, but things got out of place and they just weren't getting put back. So I started just by putting things away. I got outside and I shoveled the outside the driveway, and I got dressed up, I guess, and I put on some nice perfume that I like, and I just really had to make myself happy. I don't know if that makes sense to any of you. I don't know if any of you experience this, but it happens to me a few times a year, and especially struggling, as I mentioned before, with depression, that things sometimes are not always great over here. And so I'm feeling a little bit better now, and I really wanted to do a video because they always make me feel better as well. And so I decided to get up and use my colorful, one of my favorite cups. But there's a couple bad things that have happened. Well, not bad, but with all the chaos that has been going on this past little while, and with our trip coming up, I decided to finally get all of our papers and stuff in order. And my daughter's passport was expired in September of this year, and I completely forgot to renew it. And now with 6 days before we leave, I need to get it expedited, which is going to cost me some extra money. So I'm not very happy about that, but I can still get it in time so we don't miss our trip. And that just blew me away. I found this yesterday and I just got so upset about it. And also today we just found out that the people that had moved our mobile home, when they moved it, they did not do the pipes properly, and they kind of cut it off, and they left all the water in there instead of draining it. And so now, it being minus whatever outside, it's all gotten frozen. So we're not quite sure of the damage to that yet, but that's what's been going on in my life, and I thought I would just share with you. And I'm just happy to be here right now, and I thought I'd do a fun video with you because I feel like doing something fun, and I hope you enjoy it. So today I thought I would do 10 ways. I don't know if you ever get these. I'm sure you've seen these a million times, these little silica gel packets, and most of the time people just throw them in the garbage. But I like to keep them, and not just for hoarding purposes. I do actually use them quite often. These are the only ones that I actually have stored, but I have them in all different places of my house. So let's get started. For the first one, I used to use these in a tiny little container like this with my hearing aid to dry it out at the end of the day, because moisture adds up in it and it can ruin your hearing aid with all the moisture. So these take out all that moisture. I now have one that you can get from the or I can't even remember what they're called, but from the hearing aid place, and I got it for free, so that's why I'm using that one. But this did just as good a job. Number 2, when you're traveling, you can use it in your suitcase, which I have them in my suitcase right now, especially like to keep everything dry and especially if you have used laundry in there. If it's a little bit moist, whether from going swimming or whatever, you don't want it ruining whatever might be in your suitcase. Number 3, I also keep them in the bathroom with my razors, whether they are reusable or disposable. Keep them in there because it keeps them from rusting. Number 4, if you store your, this is a good one. If you have them in your, if you have olden day photos or even new photos, and you're keeping them in a box. I have my photo albums in a box, so I have a bunch of these in that box with all my photo albums and loose photos to keep them dry from like moisture that might be in the basement, because everything is in the basement right now, and it keeps them from aging as well, so that is always a good thing. Number 5, instead of using rice, when you drop your phone in water of any or any liquid of any kind, instead of rice and then having to throw rice away, just pop it in a bag with a bunch of these things in there, and it will do the trick just as good, if not better. Number 6, keep it with your tools. If you're a man, this one is for you, or even if you're a woman, I have a little box of tools and I keep a few of these in there. It keeps them from rusting as well. And another one, if you are a hunter or you just like to collect guns or your ammo, keep these in there as well, because it will keep your ammo for a longer time than just keeping it, because all kinds of moisture will get in there from moving from outside, from hot to cold. You never know. So keeping this with tools, guns, ammo, keep them dry and keep them from rusting. Number 7, any papers that are important, any important documents, like passports or birth certificates or tax files, anything like that. Pop a few in your files, in your filing cabinet, to keep them dry. Number 8, put some by your windows, especially in the changing weather. Where I live, it's constantly changing. Keep them by the windows, or even in your car in the window, to keep from condensation. Great trick for that one. Number 9, any type of back old school VHS, video cassette, photo film that you might have, keep these with them, because they are not like our DVDs or Blu-rays. They get moisture and they get ruined. So if you keep these with that type of anything that has film in it, it will keep them dry and moisture free and will keep them for a much longer time. And then number 10 is any type of storage for clothing, especially leather. This will keep your clothing dry and keep them in newer condition than just throwing them in a box or in a container. I always pop a few of these in my tubs if I have clothing, or outdoor clothing especially, because they're going to be in there for a while. And leather, you want that to be dry and not moist at all. And as an added bonus, you can open these little packages up and put essential oils in them and put them in your car, under your seat, and like in a container or something, and they're a great air freshener as well. Another thing I like to add about these is you can actually reactivate them by sticking them in the oven at a very low, like 170, and drying them out again. That just reactivates them, because I do that with my hearing aid beads, and it works just the same on these guys. So that is all I have. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making it, and thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your love, and thank you for being here with me. I will see you all in the next video. Bye.